Welcome back to our mountains. Vance Mosley has been a community leader in eastern Kentucky for many years. Here's Joel to take a look at his life and contributions to our region. Joel?
For his entire life, one thing that could always be said about Vance Mosley is that no one will outwork him.
My first job was a water boy, carrying water to the workers and the field workers where they was hoeing corn. There was about 10 of them, and so I had a big old water bucket, and I would fill that water bucket up and carry it all the way. It was about a half a mile up in the woods. We had a place up there where we hoed corn, and my grandpa had 10 corn hoers that would line up on a corn row. You'd have one corn row here and one corn row here. Okay, if you take 10 people, you got 10 corn rows that you're hoeing at one time. And so he hired me 25 cents an hour, and to carry that water up the hill. I'd have to go all the way down to the bottom of the hill and about a quarter of a mile up the hill to take it back up there.
At a young age, Vance enlisted in the military.
I joined the Army, and they didn't call me, but in eastern Kentucky here, back then there wasn't any jobs. And so, I said, I'll go get me some training and get to see the world. And so I joined the Army 3 years. And I went to Fort Knox for training. And I went through the basic training, and then I went through the tank training. While I was in the military, I first went to Korea, stayed there 13 months. And then I went to Texas about 1961. In Texas, I did got promoted to a GS5 and got on a tank commander test board, testing tanks.
After his time in the service, Vance returned to East Kentucky, but found that jobs were hard to come by.
When I got out of the Army, I decided that I had to get a profession. So I went to the vocational, over in Harlan at the unemployment office. And I went in there and I said, well, what have you all got where I could do some training? And they went over, I said, you got a list? Said, yeah. They went over that list. They went to training for electrician, carpentry, and went on down the line, and they come to forestry. I said, hold it, right there, that's what I want.
But Vance says through all of this, he never saw it as a job.
Then I got a job, the Forest Service come over here. And with all my training, I went over there and I qualified for a position. So that's where everything started. During that time, I did a lot of firefighting. I was a firefighter, and I also did right-of-ways, did land acquisition, did timber sales, and of course going out west a lot, fighting forest fires. And I'd take a crew out there. I was a crew boss. And I had 21 men and women that I took out there every time they needed me, you know. And I'd go to California, and out there where the forest fires are a lot bigger than they are here. I never worked a day in my life because I enjoyed what I was doing. And You know, there's not many times that you can get a job that you don't feel like you're going to work. You want to go there, you know, in order to keep the excitement up.
After more than 20 years with the Forestry Service, Vance retired, but that didn't last for long.
But I come home just after I retired. I sat down at the house, and Elsie never was. No, she didn't have me there in the daytime, and I really messed her life up. She said, "You're going to have to get out of here." She said, "I'm tired of you." I said, "I won't be back." So I went 14 days after I retired from the Forest Service. I created my own job, own business here in town.
One project Vance recently worked on was the Biggerstaff property on Hospital Hill.
Mr. Biggerstaff had me look after his property, and he called me. He said, "What do you want to? What do you think we need to do with this property?" I said, "Well, I think we ought to donate it to somebody." And he said, "Well, you pick out who we need to donate it to." I told Mr. Biggerstaff, I said, "Well, won't we donate it to the city?" He said, "That sounds good to me."
And as a result, over 90 acres was donated to the city of Hyden, and plans are already underway to install hiking trails, campgrounds, and picnic areas on the property.
Also, you know, giving to the churches and things. I think that's real important. And also here in Leslie County, you know, things that's really, I think, helps more is helping people when they need it, whatever it be.
Vance, for your lifelong commitment to Hyden and Leslie County and all of your hard work and dedication, we are proud to call you a Leslie County local treasure.